Hello and welcome to our today's webinar about Azerbaijan. First, I would like to give a short introduction about us and me. My name is Sarah. I'm responsible for operations and marketing at DMC Reps. And at DMC Reps, we work closely with destination experts from all over the world. And one of them is Victory Tours from Azerbaijan. So today we hear a presentation about the country, about the DMC itself, and of course we get some insights. Everything under the theme where East meets West. So in this case, I would like to welcome Ilnara, the expert from Victory Tours. And yeah, we are very happy to have you here and to hear something about Azerbaijan.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Happy to be here as well. I'm very happy to share some insights about our destination.
Thank you. We are excited to learn more and also get to know you a bit better and some tours about Azerbaijan maybe.
Sure. So let me start. First of all, my name is Ilnara. I am incoming MICE Marketing Junior Specialist at Victory Tour, DMC here. Let me share the agenda. Today we'll be talking about Azerbaijan, firstly about us, about our destination, why you should visit it. You will get acquainted with the map of how Azerbaijan looks, the basic information about our country, the visa, how you can travel here, and the COVID situation, of course. Then I will speak about main sightseeings we have here, where people can stay, what they can eat, and how to travel here along, which tours we offer. So about our company, Victory Tour was established in 2005, and since then we have different projects based on the business meetings. We have MICE Us, which received the award in 2019. We have Explore Azerbaijan based on the incoming tourism here, and Guide in Baku, the excursions over the country. One of the main reasons why people should visit Azerbaijan is, of course, the rich history we have here, because we have the variations of different cultures, the legacy left from our ancestors, and we have beautiful architecture as well as old and the modern. Another reason is beautiful nature. We are located on the seashore of Caspian Sea, but despite of that, we have about 9 climate zones concentrated here, including the beautiful snowy mountains. And the third reason is delicious food and wine. We have various wineries. The tea is part of our gastronomy culture as well, and the sweets, of course. So here you can see the map of Azerbaijan. Our country looks a bit like an eagle, as well as the capital, Baku, we're located in, is the head of eagle, and the north and south parts are wings. So we are on the seashore from the east, and here we have our borders with Russia, Georgia, here Turkey, Armenia, and Iran. Our capital is Baku, but we also have different other cities like Ganja, we have Gabala with its nature, Kuban, Busar in north, Shiki with its culture, and Lenkaran on the south with its famous tea and citruses. Our population is about 10 million, located on 86.6 kilometers in square. And our seasonality, the high season is usually from April to October, but we also have beautiful mountain ski, so we are quite popular in winter as well. For tourists to come here, some of them need the electronic visa, which can be get in 3-5 working days. On the website you can see here, evisa.gov.us. Each person can enter it and get the visa by him herself. It's usually cost 25 United States dollars, and for different countries like Arabic countries, we have the visa upon arrival. Here you can see the list of countries allowed to enter Azerbaijan. There are different European countries, Germany as well. It's the list that was created during the COVID, and nowadays it expands every day. People can travel here from the countries we have land borders by the train, but nowadays the land borders are closed, so the airlines is the only option for now. We have our local Azerbaijan Airlines and Buta Airways, and also very popular is Turkish Airlines. For now, to enter the country, you will need the official document on complete vaccination. We accept all kinds of vaccines here, and also the certificate that the person has recovered from the COVID-19 during the last 6 months. Before we needed the PCR test, but nowadays it's not needed. So the people who are not 18, they can travel without any documents. The main sightseeings we will talk about. Here you can see the view from the boulevard, from the seaside boulevard we have here. And here you can see the flame towers. The main sightseeing we have from modern ones, the famous Hotel Fairmont is located there, and it's in the shape of flames, as Azerbaijan is also known as the country of fire. Here we can see the old city, one of our main sightseeings. It's the ancient city built here, and the walls of the Icharishar, the inner city, were entered to the UNESCO World Heritage List. Here you can see the Palace of Shirvanshah. I will talk a little bit later, but now you can see the Maiden Tower, one of our old trademarks. It was built in about 12th century. And it has a story that it was not conquered by any of the people who were trying to conquer it. And also it has a legend about the girl who did not to marry the guy her father forced her to. So she asked her father, who was the ruler of the Baku at that time, to build a tower in hope that he would change his mind. But he did not, so she threw herself from this tower, and it was called the Maiden Tower from then. The tower itself was also used as a lighthouse back in days, and it has its own water systems inside, and people can live there for different months. Here you can see the Shirvanshah Palace. It was the residency of the rulers of Baku at the time. The Shirvanshah dynasty was ruled here for 7 centuries. So it has the legacy left from there and different evidences of the past people who were lived in the Middle Ages here. And one of the modern trademarks we have here now is the Hyderaliv Center, which was created in 2012 by a famous architect, Zaha Hadid. It has very fluid lines, as you can see in the construction, and it's now used with the conference halls. There are different exhibition halls that people from overseas can come here and exhibit their works there. And also we have the exhibition of retro cars held here till now. Another main spot is our Seaside Boulevard, which is one of the longest in the world. It was 16 kilometers, but from year to year it expands. Also, we have lots of sightseeings located on the boulevard. We have museum like Carpet Museum, Muhammad Center, which is very famous. We have different shopping malls, restaurants, hotels located here in Boulevard. And here on the right, you can see the Baku Eye, which was constructed a few years back. And the whole sea can be seen from the height there. And also the whole city can be seen from the Highland Park, which is one of the first and last stops of all the tours, because in the evening it's much more beautiful as the whole city is lightened and people can see the whole city on their hands and also lighted. It's very beautiful up there. The main sightseeing located nearby Baku in 40 minutes ride is Obustan Archaeological Reserve, which was constructed in 1966 as a museum, and nowadays it's interactive. It contains the petroglyphs, about 4,000 of them left from the people who were inhabited here about 15,000 years back. And also at this preserve, we have different mudwood volcanoes. Azerbaijan is the largest preserve of mud volcanoes in the world. And we can organize the jeep tours here to see all the sightseeing. Here on the other way on the Absheron Peninsula, you can see the Ateshkah temple, which is the legacy left from the fire worship people, because the first religion here in Azerbaijan was fire worship, or Zoroastrianism as it's called, and it has the eternal light, eternal fire lighting all day long. And also we have the unique Yanardağ burning hill, which is actually flames, comes from the earth itself, as we have the oil preserves located so near the surface that it burns itself and comes up. And it's one of them is Yanardağ. Here also, nearby these other sightseeings, we have Gala Ethnographic Open Air Museum, which is a few hectares. It has various museums there, and people can see the legacies left from the ancient people, as well as to try themselves in different master classes organized here. It can be culinary, coppersmith, or pottery master class. Despite the excursions, we have Gabala. As I told earlier, it is one of the main touristic spots because of its nature. So in Gabala, you can visit both summer and winter, because in summer, there are different green mountains, waterfalls, lakes to see there. And in winter, we have the Tufanbakh Mountain Resort or operation here the whole season. And nearby the Gabala, we have the unique craftsman village called Lahij. It's a small village, but people here preserve their unique dialect of Azerbaijani language. And back in days, it was the space of the craftsmen, especially coppersmith. And nowadays, there are also people who show their skills in coppersmith. And here the tourists can buy different herbs and spices which grow in mountains. Shiki is another city with a very rich history. Here on the left, you can see the Shiki Khan Sarai. It is the summer residence of the rulers of Shiki back in days, and it was built without using a single nail, all by hands. And it also has different frescoes called Shabaka, which is unique for this region only. It's the colorful glasses connected with itself. And here on the right, we have the legacy of Christians that were here. It's the Albanian church located in the Kish village, which also preserves the traditions and the tracks left from the 12th century and 8th century as well. Here, one of the mountain resorts of Azerbaijan, we have mainly two of them. One is on the north called Shahdagh, and another one is here on the west called Tufandagh, which is located in Gabala. It was founded in 2014. The resort itself has a hotel, as well as the cable car, which operates the whole year, and different hills. As you can see, the people with any level of mastery, starting from beginner to the professional, can find its hill here to ski or skateboard, as well as the children, they can go to the skiing school here with the whole equipment and ski passes. We have lots of accommodation options here, as well as the franchise international hotels like Marriott, Holiday Inn, Hilton, Fairmont, Four Seasons, etc. To the local our brands like Shah Palace, for instance, the hotel located in the inner city in Ichari Shahar on the historical site. And gastronomy was one of the main reasons to visit Azerbaijan, if you remember. And I will talk about different dishes we have here. For instance, here is the eggplant dolma, which is also called Three Sisters. So it's basically tomato, bell pepper, and eggplant stuffed with minced meat with herbs and spices. We have our famous gutabs. It's the rolled dough stuffed with herbs, for instance, cheese, it can be meat, can be pumpkin. And also kebabs is one of the main dishes that is in the center of the culinary masterclasses. We have a few restaurants that organize the masterclass on the preparing the kebabs. So basically the tourists can prepare the food they will eat in a while. We have pahlava, it is the national sweet. It's pastry layered with honey and chopped nuts, very popular on our holidays. And one of the main parts of our culinary destiny is the tea. We have like the whole tea ceremony held after every meal. We have the different plantations here on the south in Baku itself, and we usually drink tea from these cups. It's called armudi, which is the pear. In translation, if you can see the form of the glass, it appears to be pear, and because the heat there is preserved longer, so the tea stays hot enough. Wine brands is one of the other significant roles we have in gastronomy. We have different vineyards located as well as in Baku, in Gebele, Ganja, and different regions like that. We also organize the tours, the wine degustations here in Baku and in regions as well. I would like to show you different restaurants we have here for the events that maybe can be interested. And also different restaurants, they always have the show program of the national dancers and the preparation of dish. They can show how they prepare, and the presentation of dish itself can be very entertaining. For instance, here you can see the shah plov. It's a plov, pilaf in English, that is presented by the chef himself. Here you can see the art garden, for instance, the restaurant located in Old City, and it is located on the historical site of Caravanserai. Here you can see, so back in days, this was the hotel for the traders who were traveling through Azerbaijan, but nowadays it's the restaurant. We can hold events there. And this is Shirvanshah, the Eastern Museum. It has a lot of traditional carpets, a lot of design. It's all in the very authentic, unique design. Here we have different type of transportation we offer. So we can organize transports from 2 to 45 people. We have sedan here. Specifically, you can see the Sprinter and the minivan. So the Sprinter holds up to 17, 18 seats, minivan up to 6. And for the big groups, we have Neoplan with 46 seats. So as you can see, the transportation here is well developed. And I would like to share you the itinerary of one of the main tours we offer. It is called Salam Azerbaijan, or in English, Hello Azerbaijan tour. So here you can see the road. So people will start in Baku. The next day it will be Absheron, nearby the Baku, and then they will travel to Shiki. But before that, they will travel to Shamakhi to see a few sightseeing there, to Gabala to see waterfalls and lakes, and then to Shiki, spend the night there and then come back. So as you can see, they will arrive, will be greeted at the airport, transported to the hotel. It can be, for instance, one of the main we have is Shah Palace in Baku, which is located at the Caravanserai as well, dated back to 18th century. And in Shiki, they will have the Shiki Palace Hotel as well. The first day, the guests will have the Baku City tour. So they will start from the Highland Park, then move to Old City, visit the Palace of Shirvanshah, the Maiden Tower, and in the evening, the excursion to Haidar Aliyev Center. After that, they will go the next day to Absheron to visit the Gobustan, Atashkar, and Yanardagh. Sometimes we also offer gala as well with the master classes there. After that, the fourth day, it will be heading to the region. So the guests on the road, they will visit Lahij. They will stop there, interact with people living there, buy some herbs, then move to Shiki. But before that, they will travel Gabala to visit the Nohur Lake, Here you can see it's the very, very beautiful lake in mountains. To see the waterfalls, and they arrive to Shiki. The next day, they will have very beautiful tour to Shiki. They will visit the Shiki Khan Sarai. They will visit the Albanian church, and also they will have the master class in Shebeke. So they will also visit the candy shop there, because Shiki is very famous for its different candies. They can buy some of there and see the preparation as well. And on the transfer back, they will visit the famous Ava bazaars. They can buy some things on the road and then travel back. So here we can have different groups on this specific tour. It's very popular here, but we also organize tours on the individual requests. Here are my contacts. In case if you have any questions, any requests, you can freely contact me via WhatsApp or mail. I'm always available. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Elnara. That was very informative. Yeah, and also good to know that you offer FITs as well as group tours. For the group tours, what are your usually sizes? So I think you do small groups and also bigger ones. Is this correct?
We can, yeah, we usually have like 12, 18 people, but we also have like from 30, 25 to 70 people coming here for the groups, for conferences. Yeah, we can organize all of that, no problems.
Okay, super. And may I ask which languages do you offer? So which languages do the guides speak usually?
We have mainly like Russian and English, but we have German-speaking guides, we have Italian, we have different types of people, even Hebrew, Japanese, Chinese. So yeah, there are lots of guides here in different languages.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you so much. So Azerbaijan looks for sure as a country that has amazing landscape. You can visit it in winter time and in summertime, so all year long. This is great. Yeah. And yeah, thank you also for sharing your contact details.
Sure.
It was a great presentation.
Thank you very much.
Bye.